What's happening? I did it right this time, AB. I did it right. What's happening, everybody? We're back. We're here on the Backstage Business presented by the Executive's View. We're here on this Wednesday. I hope everybody's feeling good, feeling fine on this hump day. The weather's getting a little cooler out here, but it's heating up in here. I got everybody in the building with me. I got the queen herself, Stacey. What's up, Stacey?
What's up, fam? Happy Wednesday!
That's right. We made it. I got right. Corey in the building coming in mad late, but he's here. He made his appearance. Niner gang, bang, bang, Niner gang. What up, Corey?
Bang, 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 bang. What's up, family?
What's up? And on the men, my brother AB is in the house to bless us with his presence. AB, fellow Yankee fan, what's going on?
Thank you, guys. Feeling much better. About 1 week post-surgery, 2 weeks post-surgery. I'm feeling great. Is it me or does Corey look really mean in that video?
He looks he's going hard for sure.
I love it, man.
I don't know who's meaner, Corey or AB. Both of y'all look tough. I just look like a bootleg Biggie. I can't deal with it. But, I'm saying though that both of y'all look tough. And obviously, friend of the program, guest starring with us today, host of the Wicked Bitter podcast himself, Travis is in the building. Travis, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Woo! Happy to be here again. I love being here.
We love having you. Absolutely, man. Listen, it's going to be a
lot
of fun.
He just loves being here because I'm not blowing him up on socials when he's here live.
Exactly.
I don't know who I talk to more on socials, Corey or Travis these days.
I was just on another podcast right before I joined this one, and Stacey's just blowing me up, and I'm just like, shit! Like, what is it? What I can't look right now.
Trav,
give me a minute.
Trav, I got a question. Where's your Boston?
Well, if you got, I just got a haircut today for you guys. Look at this.
Oh, nice, fresh fade.
You did the fade? Yeah, I got that Executive View fade.
Nothing to do with you're not playing no more.
Yeah, nothing to do with that, right?
No. Hey, it's okay. The Yankees are going to join them on vacation here in about what? Half hour, an hour.
I'm not disagreeing.
Easy
Yeah.
with that language over there. You gotta believe. Don't stop believing. Okay. Listen, I'm surprised. You're not rocking. Listen, we don't talk. We're not gonna talk baseball around here. But no, listen, it's gonna be fun. We got a lot to do today. So let's get to it. I don't know if everybody caught NXT last night or Raw from the previous night, heading into the big PLE in Australia, Crown Jewel live from Perth. I hope you got your timer. They gave me the times on Monday Night Raw. So if you're not aware, in the U.S. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then there's all kinds of different times for different time zones. But anybody want to recap anything we saw on Monday Night Raw? I thought it was one of the we've kind of had some weak Raw broadcasts on Netflix lately. I thought this Raw, not the greatest Raw, but it's been better than the last 2 weeks. Definitely if you're on the YouTube channel, Stacey posted on our YouTube channel and our social medias, shameless plug, a recap of the Maxine Becky Lynch match. I don't know if anybody caught that. I'll throw it around the room. Stacey, I'll let you lead off, and then we'll go around. Talk to me about Raw, but mainly, to me, that Maxine Becky Lynch match was top notch.
I loved it. I'm excited to see and I guess what I love the best about this is she spent since Netflix started, the majority of her work on Netflix has been during commercials. So all of her promo work, everything she's been doing, all of her appearances, especially with her and Nat, were all done during commercials. So nobody saw it unless you were paying for the Netflix, which, by the way, I'm still bitter and salty, whatever. So for her to actually get some time on the regular show, I think great. Being able to see that her work with Nat has really paid off. She has grown. She's always done great promos, but for her to be able to get in the match and really work it, it was exciting. And honestly, if y'all think about it, we have more than half the Raw roster we never see. So any opportunity we can get to see somebody that we don't usually see to get in the ring and be able to wrestle. And Becky sold it. I know, Corey, you're her number one fan, and she paid off Monday night. Like, I know people are like, she's, and Travis and I have been fighting about this since he posted something 2 days ago. going hard in the chats, but like it was great. And Jessica Carr was incredible. Like she sold it. She was the concerned ref. She was super involved. And at the end, when she had had enough and Maxine rolls in onto the ring, she's like, 8, 9, 10, get out. And I was like, yes. So it felt vindicated. Like it was really a fun match beginning to end. And y'all, except for the Punk LA Knight roasting, which was top tier, by the way, the biggest bumps of the night were Maxine and Becky.
Yeah.
They had the biggest bump of the night from the crowd. So I thought it was great.
I never thought I would see a Maxine Dupree match where the crowd is just into it and screaming, "This is awesome!" And it's no slight to Maxine Dupree. I think she's come a long way, and I think she has a ways to go. But what great work those ladies put together. Corey, I don't know if you caught any of that, or obviously you caught some of Raw. Tell me what you thought about that match, and Raw in general as we head into the pay-per-view PLE.
I think Maxine's a lot better. Like Stacey was saying the other day, we got to thank Natty for that. Natty's done some good work with her.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows how I feel about Becky. Becky, like I always say, Becky can do no wrong right now. Mm-hmm. So I love the ref, Jessica Carr. I kind of wish she was the ref when we had that mix up on SmackDown with the ladies a couple weeks ago. She probably would have handled it a little better. But Raw, I'm a homer, and I know how y'all gonna take what I'm about to say, but Raw or SmackDown or any WWE product is always better when Roman's back. Mm-hmm. I'm very intrigued by what we're doing with Jay. It's gonna be hard for them to mess it up because Jay right now is knocking it out the park. But yeah, Raw is always better when Roman's back. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's early, but I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. I don't like that, and we'll get into this later. Even though I love Roman, y'all know what I wanted the end of the show to be. I told y'all last week, but they're taking Roman and they're putting Roman and Bronson out there last, and I don't really like that.
Okay. I mean, I like listen, I agree with you. I think the show is better with Roman on it, and I think Becky has done so much for a lot of people quietly or not quietly, however you want to put it, elevating the belt. She put over Lyra in the Bird Lady. Put her over, made Becky Bailey not relevant, but gave her something to sink her teeth into. And now she's put over Maxine Dupree while elevating a title that was kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. So honestly, I just love what she's doing. Corey,
and I mean, think about it.
I told you. Good.
Yeah, good.
Good.
One last thing before AB or Trav hops in. The hell she is putting Seth Rollins through in the back is I'm loving it, and I can't wait to see what they do with those two. She's putting Seth through hell. She's putting Seth through it in the back.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's funny. Go ahead, Stacey.
I would say just to tag what you said, Barry, and let's also give her credit for giving AJ a solid return match.
Yeah. Putting her over too. So I mean, AJ, we haven't seen her since, but yeah, absolutely, she definitely put her over. AB, what do you think about Raw and some of those matches?
From what I saw from it, I'm just going to kind of generalize because the past couple of weeks, like you said, have kind of been a little lackluster. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tie in what Corey's saying. Without Roman, Raw just kind of seems stagnant. Mm-hmm. He is their, no pun intended, he is their crown jewel of that show right now.
Yeah.
You got to have that guy out there. It's going to be unfortunate. I know he's only got a few years left in him, but it's, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing right now, but it seems like they kind of hit this lull. I don't know if it's creative. I don't know if it's the business side. I don't know what it all is. But something's got to give. You got too much talent on these rosters for this show to be as kind of blasé as it was. I don't know if anybody else is feeling this way, but like I used to be like, yo, Raw is going to be on shortly. Now it's like, I'll just start from the beginning when I get a chance.
Yeah.
It's just kind of got that feel like those go home episodes, you know, how they're kind of like mundane. It just seems like everything's been mundane for the past couple of weeks. And it's just, I'm not going to lie. I'm not even overly excited about this PLE that's coming up just because of where this whole product is right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of lackluster, and I think, maybe it's that NFL lull. You kind of do get that little dip until Survivor Series where you get that little pocket that it can be a little meh for you. So I understand that. I mean, listen, I think there's people out there that's doing some great work. I thought, EO and Kyrie was actually pretty good. That bump she took on the back of the head.
Gosh, like
bitter. Like, that was a sick bump. Like, outlaw that from the rest of the like
forever.
if there's no chair shots that to the head that we're gonna take, a bump like that, putting somebody at the edge of the mat, nah, we're not doing that. But
yeah, that's
I can see where you're coming from, AB. It has been a little lackluster. Travis, what do you think about Raw and what you saw on Monday night?
I got a lot of thoughts about a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I also don't know if I'm really looking forward to the PLE either, just because I feel like I think it's going to be a lot of safe route stuff again. And that's kind of frustrating, especially now when they're asking you to pay whatever it is, $30 a month or whatever for this. But as far as Raw goes, I love what they're doing with Jay. I agree with the Roman being, I mean, obviously, like he's a staple. Like he's like the attraction, the guy, and it's crazy because Seth Rollins is supposed to be the guy with the title, but you still, when Roman gets there, it's like big brother, little brother. It just always feels that way with that. The Jay and Jimmy stuff, I would love to talk to you guys about it at some point where we all can kind of put our thoughts in that, because I think
we're here.
There's just a bunch of different directions where they could go with this, and I just don't know what it's really going to be. Like, I don't know if it's I actually don't even know if Roman's actually being genuine with Jay either. Like, I don't know if he's trying to set him up or if he's trying to prepare him. Like, that's another layer, which obviously the more layers, the more wrinkles, the better. And it makes things more interesting. To me as a fan, I always say this on my channel, is that I like being wrong when I'm doing predictions and guesses and stuff like that, because it means that they're catching me off guard. And like, how boring would it be if we were always right about everything we always guessed and predicted? Like, it's just not fun that way for me. So I don't know. I still don't think Jay's really going to turn heel. I feel like he's just going to adapt to and kind of adopt, I should say, some of the characteristics and stuff that Roman was. So I think he could be kind of like a he's a baby face, but he kind of acts like a jerk here and there kind of thing, which for the longest time, people complained about Jay being one-dimensional. Like, his promos were the same, his matches were the same. He only has the yeet catchphrase. Well, here he goes. He's finally starting to add some character development. I feel like we should all kind of sit back and watch how that goes before we all start crapping on it. So there's that. And then the whole Maxine thing. Like, I think the video I posted earlier, I think a lot of people kind of took it kind of the wrong way to a degree. Like, to me, it's the logistics of it. My women's intercontinental champion, Becky Lynch, she's been positioned to be, at this point, the more important champion than Stephanie Vaquer. So this is 100%. This is your top women's champion on Raw right now. And to me, I find it weird that somebody comes in like Maxine, who has barely any experience, who's barely on TV, and she's just giving Becky like the hardest fight of her life. I don't like that part. Just doesn't register with me. Like, I'm not even really hating on Maxine, and I have before, because I have always asked, like, what does Maxine do here?
What's her
purpose? What does she do? Exactly. Like, what does she do? Like, she's just pretty, but like, she's been killing it with Natty. I see the videos all the time. I give her props. Like, she's come a super long way, but at the same time, are we really going to reward her? Or I guess, I don't want to say punish Becky, but like, are we going to do it at the expense of Becky, our top champion? She just had a big match with AJ. She's going to have a big match with AJ, I'm assuming, when AJ comes back. And right now, is it just because we have no one else for Becky that Maxine is kind of giving her the run for the money here? Like, I just don't understand that part of it.
Well, and I want to rebuttal to that, Travis, because I agree to a point, but I also think they didn't discredit her at all. And like, she didn't give her a run for money. It reminded me of WWF of old, when you had a jobber come in that you only saw the job out, right? Their only job was to always come in and lose. And every once in a while, you would have one that came in and put up a top match. And then the ending was always something weird. And the way that I think that it made sense was because she didn't get pinned. She got counted out
Yeah.
because she was running her mouth.
Right,
Which,
yeah.
in true Becky style right now, that's what she's doing, to Corey's point. Like, she's giving her husband hell. She's running her mouth everywhere. She's like all about, I'm the number one top wrestler, even, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, whatever. So what I loved about that is it actually, to me, sold her character and her persona even more, because she got counted out because she was being arrogant and running her mouth to someone that she should have beaten easy. And so I loved that about it. It gave Maxine her flowers for the work that she's putting in without it being at Becky's expense, because the only person that lost to Becky was Becky because she wouldn't get back in the ring.
Yeah, and I feel like Becky.
Paper.
You know the match it reminded me of when you bring in a jobber who not supposed to be there. 1, 2, 3 Kid and Razor Ramon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or Kurt Angle and John Cena when Cena first showed up.
Yes.
But the match it reminded me of the most was The Rock and Hurricane.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
So like it was to that point where Becky looked strong the whole match, but she looked sloppy because she was underestimating Maxine, and Maxine took advantage of it. So it wasn't like it came out of nowhere and now you're just going to elevate Maxine. Maxine is still at that bottom rung, and Becky wasn't taking her lightly, because you got to remember, at least a month ago, Becky wiped the floor with her, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You know what I mean? So you still had that dynamic. So from that perspective, I did like how they put the match together. I thought they did it in a really intelligent way, and really kind of started to elevate Maxine, but not to your point. I don't think it was at the expense of Becky at that point. So,
and
but
it was
Becky,
fun.
But Becky worked her behind off to put her over.
Yeah,
and I like that more than anything of, the disbelief of, oh my God, why is she in this match? I just like the fact that she put her over, and really, I think that's what, if anything, she's doing what needs to be done at this level. Like she has nothing left to prove. She's here to help other people, to elevate other people. I think that she's been doing that at every turn. But I definitely want to go ahead.
The other side of this is you think about it with regards to SmackDown. We have Julia, who's had the belt for a while, and she's defended it twice.
Done nothing.
Becky is
she's not it.
On it. She keeps going. She's hitting it. She's still putting in strong PLE performance. Every week she's doing something on Raw, right?
Well,
yeah.
And so we see Julia, who's like doing nothing. They can't get her to stick. They put a mouthpiece on her, and even with the mouthpiece, they can't sell it. So I love that Becky's at least willing to come and show up every week between promos and matches, because she's doing more than most.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Trav.
This is why, like, everybody was complaining about Becky holding on to the IC championship, and like Lyra should have won it. Lyra would not have produced what Becky is produced with this. This is why it's smart to keep the title on Becky. And as far as Julia goes, like, I agree, she needed a mouthpiece, but you gave her a mouthpiece that nobody even knows who it is. Like,
and don't care.
It makes no sense. Like,
well, I mean, I don't know who she is, but I definitely want to know more about her.
Let's go. Let's go back.
Oh, yeah.
The thing with that title, and I don't know who posted it. I feel like it was someone in here, but there was a post with a list of the U.S. champions, and none of them defended the belt. It was you.
That was me. Yeah,
none of them defended it.
I was like, "What's up with that?"
Yeah. I mean, listen. If anything,
and then lost it.
If anything, Chelsea Green was the best U.S. champion. She worked. Yeah. She worked that title, and you know what? And when she won it, I was so happy for her, because she absolutely deserved it. And she worked with that title. I think the worst thing that they did was take the belt off her, and I think they kind of regret taking the title off her and giving it to Selena, because Selena, if you want to say Julia did nothing with it, AB, Selena did close to nothing with that. Mm-hmm. Like we were crying, like, you got to get the belt off her. She's not it. She just wasn't it. So I think Julia is really good. I think she works in the ring. I don't think this is working. I really don't, to Travis's point.
I think the biggest problem, and I've been saying it to y'all in chat, and Travis and I have been talking to this in messaging. I don't think when people come up from NXT, they should get a belt that quick, period. No. Because I know there are a lot of fans that watch NXT, but Corey knows this. We don't.
Yeah, but
I
it
know she
depends.
is.
It depends because when Paige first came up, Paige was the champion the first night, and it worked.
But that's
Nakia-
different.
Nakia
Not
is another
everybody's
one.
Page.
That's what I'm saying. It just depends on who it is.
Because
Right.
look,
Yeah, like-
Stephanie's doing well, but Stephanie has it, right? She can sell it. Y'all know I'm not a Roxanne fan, and I'm like, the only thing that's carrying that for me is Raquel, because she is selling the tag team thing. Roxanne, not it for me. Julia, not it for me. Stephanie comes in and beloved, right? Just beloved. So
Because they worked her so well in NXT,
yes,
it's believable that she can come up here and be at this
Yes.
position. Now, I didn't know she was really sick for a while leading up to getting that title. So that's why we hadn't seen her a lot. I think we
Yeah.
were talking about it on our previous shows, AB and the crew. So she has been really sick. But even still, I mean, I would love to see her working, but it doesn't matter. She's amazing. But I have to push back. The Prodigy is really good, and if you had her on SmackDown with the U.S. title, I bet you she'd cook. She's really good. You know what I mean? I don't.
agree.
You're just not buying it. Good.
I don't think we know how good she is because they basically just took her and put her in Liv's spot. So I don't think we really know what she is because we haven't got to see Roxanne. We've got to see basically a double
Liv
Raquel.
Yeah,
but when Liv comes back, though, you're going to see how good Roxanne is, though. I feel like. Because they're probably going to feud, and Roxanne's going to come out there looking like $1 million. I feel like.
When do we get Liv back, Travis?
I don't know.
Rumble.
Is it before Survivor Series?
I would say maybe a surprise entrant in the War Games match, or actually Royal Rumble, one of the two, I think.
Yeah.
Do we think she's physically ready?
By Rumble.
I haven't seen anything about her.
They're being
Probably
very
all she
coy.
posts is about her farm.
Yep, she does not post anything.
All about her farm, but that's all you see.
I think once you start seeing some things like Judgment Day stories or whatever starting to pick up, you're like, all right, she's coming back soon. You're like, because they've kind of like taken a little bit of a backseat recently, but once they start focusing on them a little more, I think that's when Liv is about to pop back up.
And they'll start mentioning her name more.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need her back. We've got to get Bianca back. When do we think she's coming back? Because
I don't know.
So bad.
Yeah, what a waste.
Where is she? With her finger.
Where is she? I don't think it's the finger. Where is she?
I don't think she's in a hurry to come back.
I think it was the finger, and then she's probably fine, and they just don't know how to put her in there right now. Probably.
Yeah, because where do you put her, Trav? That was my next question. So where do you put her?
She has to save SmackDown. She has to save SmackDown.
Yeah, it's gotta have to deal with Tiffy or Jade. That's got to be the only two options there. Like that for me.
I'm not happy with either one of those.
I think she might be, instead of Liv, I think she might be the surprise person.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. And then you could do Liv at Rumble.
Yeah.
Either way, I think we're desperately need, like, even though the women's division is very deep, I think the NXT girls, any of those girls can come up and really help out. You really figured out how much you miss Liv and how much you miss Bianca. I don't know which one I miss more.
Both.
I would probably say Liv, because Liv is such a good heel. Like, I thought she was a solid face. She's a better heel. She's such a really. Go ahead.
She was running Raw too. Like, Liv was all over Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely, absolutely. She was must see TV on Raw. Yeah. Like, you say what you want. I know everybody hates it. You know, mommy's always okay, but the mommy Liv feud fed families that year,
for sure,
and there's no question about it. So, and it wasn't just that mommy was there. Liv held up her part and was such a good heel with Dom. And that they generated just was great. So,
well, and they gave Judgment Day relevance that we haven't seen since she's gone.
Absolutely.
Like, they've lost their lackluster.
They've lost it, but Bianca to me is a bigger loss right now because, like you said, we need somebody to save SmackDown. At least on Raw, we got Becky to keep us entertained.
Yeah, she's working.
So
absolutely,
but you don't
have Mommy. You got EO.
Yeah, exactly. You got numbers on Raw. You need her on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I think you need the numbers on Raw because Netflix, their ratings are going down and I think they're suffering. So you definitely need all of those girls to pick up the slack on Raw. Like, you need a good EO match. You need a Kyrie. You need anything to like the Kabuki Wars, anything to latch onto on Raw. SmackDown, I feel like it kind of gets lost. I mean, you can get a good match. You kind of get one with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte in a tag match. They put on some pretty good matches together. You kind of get one with, I don't know, Chelsea does put in good work, but I feel like they're kind of fumbling her just a little bit.
They're fumbling her a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. I mean, I didn't want to go there, but I feel like they could do a lot better with her. I think that's a missed opportunity. Shout out to Piper.
Can you imagine if they added Sol Roca to SmackDown and put her versus Chelsea?
Oh, that would cook.
They would be fire.
I feel like what they need to do with SmackDown is they need to move it back to Thursday night. Friday night SmackDown is not going to work because everybody's not a diehard fan. There's not a lot of people sitting in the house on a Friday night to watch wrestling.
Especially in the fall. High school football.
Exactly. That's where I'm at every Friday.
But
that's in this low period. Like in the summer and everything, you're good. But Friday night had to be for SmackDown because of Fox. Now you're not on Fox anymore. So
well, and y'all, they put out today that SmackDown had the lowest rating last week that it's had since COVID. So we've got record lows on Netflix since it started, and now we're seeing the same record lows on Friday nights. So I don't think it's much to do with, I think it is to a point, the fact that it's Friday, Corey, but I think it's more that we're not getting what we need.
And it's a lot. You're not getting,
always goes down during football season.
But it
doesn't have to.
It always
but
does.
also I feel like we're seeing something we didn't think we were going to see, and a lot of people that said they were going to stop watching the product are actually stopping because of all the prices and all the changing. I feel like more people than we thought are actually doing what they said they were going to do.
Yep, they're canceling subscriptions. They're not watching. They're doing other things, not because of football. Because I mean, you got to think, looking at the demographics of who our target market is for WWE, it's 16 to 40 guys, and not every guy is a huge sports fan. And what do we have going on Sports Friday night? Sure, local football. But if it's not local football, it's what? What are you guys watching? Are we watching reclips on ESPN? No, you're watching SmackDown.
It's baseball playoffs. Like right now, hockey just started. It's a weird time to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
basketball it comes back right now. This is, like I said, this is always the lull period.
I think
and then it picks up. Go ahead, Trav.
I think they should just do another draft. To be honest, it's been a little bit.
100%.
Yeah,
they should just do a draft and freshen things up. And also during that draft, call up some people from NXT, like Trick Williams.
Absolutely,
Trick has been ready to go for like a year.
Trick
bring up Lash Legend.
Oh my God,
Lash. We need Lash because Lash and Nia or Lash and
Delphi
would be
put Lash anywhere. She would tear it up.
The problem with the draft.
The
problem with the draft is you don't keep people on their brands no more.
No, they don't.
They're trying to cross-pollinate to get the ratings going.
Yes. So what I would say in opposition to the draft, instead of doing that, I think we need to have continued cross-pollination because if anything, and I was from a pricing standpoint, so I know I'm going kind of rabbit hole, but y'all, they're pricing us out of Raw and SmackDown, right? Like you can't do live shows anymore. We just can't afford it, right? The average family. But if you're going to go on vacation to Orlando, you could afford tickets to NXT. So if you're cross-branding from like selling live shows and having an opportunity to see it, why not put more into NXT because they have more flexibility in what they're doing in the product they're putting out. So that brand is growing. Their ratings are up. And
of course,
Raw and SmackDown are down. So why not cross-pollinate? Why not take it of wrestling of old? And I'm going to the way back, y'all, before brands were branded. And it wasn't unusual to see somebody on SmackDown and then a week later see them on Raw. Why not just do that where if we could have more flexibility, we could see some great feuds that way.
I say they don't do it because their roster is so huge right now.
That's
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was thinking. I feel like, and nobody agree with me because it's a crazy take. But in my opinion, I'd start cutting people.
Colt.
I'd start cutting people. If you ain't producing for me, I'm gonna treat it just like the NFL. I'm gonna cut you, and I'm gonna focus on. We're already only focused on a couple people, so I'm gonna start cutting people. And if they go to AEW or TNA or wherever, fine. I'm gonna focus on 35, 40 superstars.
Maxine Dupree.
But yeah, the roster is so big, you can't have everybody on every show. That was the point of having, a Raw brand, a SmackDown brand, and now NXT brand that is the third brand is starting to turn a profit. But I do like a draft. I think bringing up the NXT kids to SmackDown is the way to go. I mean, for me, I don't know who you guys would pick to go, but Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, probably Soul Rika.
Javon's my boy, I love him.
Yeah, Lash Legend. Bring her up. I don't think Jordan Grace is ready yet, but I wouldn't mind seeing her because I know she can put in some work there. But give me Lola Vice, and away they go. Put them on SmackDown and let's cook.
For what? They're not going to use them.
Right.
You know all these people because they're NXT and Sean know how to use them.
Yes, that's it. Bingo, right there. Corey.
You're gonna ruin everybody you just mentioned.
Well, here's my.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's different with NXT because NXT doesn't have like a Cody Rhodes or like a Seth Rollins. I feel like no matter where these wrestlers get called up from NXT to the main roster, it's like they're always going to pass them over for their golden goose. Like they're always going to go to the same 3, 4, 5 people every single time, no matter what. When they lose the title, they still find a way to get back in there. Like it's just
Groundhog Day.
Like I got high hopes. I have high hopes for guys like Obafemi. I had high hopes for Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is just chilling right now.
They're starting to plant those seeds, Trav. I think they're starting to finally after a year.
I know, but they're dragging on it, man. They're dragging.
They wasted a whole year with that kid. It's ridiculous.
What they need to do, Corey brought up a great point. Shawn Michaels knows how to manage that roster. Triple H knows how to manage and do creative. I think when TKO and all these board of directors got involved in all this shit, they took a lot of the creative power away from Trips, and now he's basically being told, make this happen because this network wants this one wants that one. When he was in charge of NXT, that's where all these people came from. Now they're up on the main roster. And to Corey's point, they're not really paying attention to what Sean's doing down there because it's not a big show. It's not the big network TV show. Right. If they would sit and worry about writing checks and that's it, and let them run the business side that Triple H knows how to run, we don't have any of the problems that we have right now.
Right.
No, I agree. I honestly feel like NXT gets better and better every time I watch it, and it doesn't feel repetitive. There's a lot of talent in there. There's talent that I don't watch, I don't follow as much, but there's talent in there that I do enjoy watching. I think Dark State is actually pretty good. I like what they do with with Soul Rika and company. I like what they do with Fatal Influence. Like Trick Williams, at first I thought he was he's just not it yet. And his work with the TNA title this past year, he's quietly been the MVP to me of NXT. I think he's gotten so much better. Javon Evans is I can't say enough good things about him. He's amazing.
He's great.
He's amazing. So yeah, I mean, but the linchpin is Sean, right? The Triple H was that guy in NXT. All these people that were down there, you're right. They were his product. And I feel like TKO comes in and says, all right, well, we need a star. Put a star on, make sure they're on this show because we need this guy. They're going to be in the crowd, or, make sure they're there. Triple H, make sure you bring up The Rock. Make sure The Rock is involved. That's kind of the feel of it. So, yeah, I feel like there's a lot there's a lot of good, but there's a lot that needs to get tweaked. And what I mean? I think WrestlePalooza could have been the rock bottom. It could have been.
I don't think we're there yet.
I think we're gonna hit that this weekend.
Yeah, I got the same feeling. I feel like
if they go the safe route again, if they go the safe route with this one again, people were mad about WrestlePalooza. and Triple H again is mentioning how we're going to be in for a big night or like a big surprises or whatever. I'm starting to be like, yo, dude, I don't trust a damn thing this dude says anymore. Like
he's turning into Tony Khan. I don't watch AEW, but I know he promises a lot and never delivers.
He's probably being told what to say.
Yeah, there's the price tag to it now. So now it's like you have to get people to buy it as opposed to people just watching because they have the, Peacock or whatever. Now it's like you have to buy our stuff. Like that's the way you're going to see it is if you buy it. So now he's just doing the old school booking approach of just selling it like that. And dude, I'm telling you, if they go this Crown Jewel pay-per-view with no surprises or no twists, no turns, nothing to talk about. Oh man, their viewership for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown are going to dip even more.
They've already ruined my ending to the show. I'm already disappointed.
Wait, so Roman and Bronson are main eventing?
That was announced before Monday Night Raw ever happened that they were main event.
There's no way that they're gonna have them close the show.
That's the main event from everything I heard Monday before Raw. They were announcing it, and that's gonna be the main event. That's closing the show. That's a bad move. There's 3 other matches that can close the show.
But that's a street fight, right?
It's whatever it is, but there's only one match that should close the show, and I told you how I felt last week. There's only one match.
That's Cody and Seth, right?
No, it's Rhea and the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So I mean, Corey had it.
You saw. I know you saw it. I know you saw last week how I feel the show should end. And they kind of ruined it Monday because I don't know how you do it now because them 2 women beat the hell out of each other.
Well, I'm thinking if it's a street fight and if that's the main event, then something has to happen. Like
something has to.
Like Jay is turning or Jimmy is turning or something's happening. If it's a street fight, you'll probably get Breaker out there. You'll probably get Heyman out there. Maybe
you want to know why? You want to know why I don't feel like nothing's gonna happen? Well, something might happen, but it won't be a heel turn from either one of those guys because War Games has pretty much been confirmed as Vision versus Bloodline.
Yeah,
it's pretty much been confirmed.
And I want to know exactly what an Australian street fight is. Like, are they going to have koala bears and kangaroos?
Kangaroos, most likely.
Like, are we going to some vicious poisonous snakes? I mean,
it's going to be a boomerang, and then somebody's going to be like, "Is that a knife?" No, this is a knife.
Yeah. Like, instead of kendo sticks, it's going to be bamboo. Like, come on, what the fuck?
It has to be crazy, and Bronson Reed has to be a monster because Paul Heyman said this is the only reason he's in WWE because of this type of match. Paul Heyman said that, so we don't know what it is, but Bronson has to be portrayed as a monster.
He does. He has to come out hard. So to your point, Corey, I just pulled up the card. So we're opening the show with Cody and Seth. The second match is Stephanie and Tiffany. Then we have Cena and AJ, and then Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors. And then they're closing the show with the street fight.
I mean,
since when you do Crown Jewel first on Crown Jewel?
I don't know.
Because QB1 ain't really QB1.
I don't know. The card is kind of meh. I mean,
it's not though.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, but it can be, right? Like Stephanie,
the order makes it that.
Yes. It's all like, listen, you can have a dope album, but the track listing, if you put the songs in the wrong order, it can mess it all up, right? So I think, like, honestly, to me, that Cody and Seth should be closing the show. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, John and AJ should open the show. It's not.
Well,
you know
let's talk about the fact that both of them, when they do the Crown Jewels, they have to do the presentation, right? They have to bring out the $1 million belt, and they have to put that on them. So we're going to see all of that at the beginning.
Yeah, like the torso belt that goes from your navel up to your chin.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
depends on what site you're reading now, because I'm looking at one right now, and it says so far 5 matches have been confirmed. While it has not been announced, the main event is expected to be undisputed champion Cody Rhodes battling Seth Rollins. So it all depends on what site you're reading. Nothing's really been officially put out.
We all getting different info. So I hope they, man.
That could be Triple H's surprise. We don't know the order of matches. There you go.
Surprise!
Congratulations, you won a free koala bear.
And I want to bring up something that Travis said on our preview show for WrestlePalooza. why are we having a PLE with 5 matches?
Yeah,
Because
we
they
got
8
only
o'clock in the
doing
morning.
5
Ain't nobody
matches.
going to be watching.
Like it's not enough. Why are we paying $30 when these matches aren't going to go long enough for it to
Like,
feel like a major PLE?
Why you get 5 matches? Because you get commercial breaks.
Because you get commercial breaks. You're absolutely right. And
that's
that's
why.
the difference. And that's the unfortunate part. And we don't even get commercial breaks. I think Travis and I complain about this the whole time. I don't know what irritates me more, the fact that there's a commercial break or there are no commercials during commercial breaks. So you just watch a screen that says this is a commercial break.
No, I get commercials. I
get commercials too.
But
both
honestly, like it's a joke that a PLE has commercial breaks. I'm paying to watch commercials.
Right.
You should have 6 at the minimum matches, probably 7 matches. You should have
but
7
we're getting
matches.
as many matches on a PLE as we are on a Raw.
Yeah. But then like you're making the PLE like if you get booked for the PLE, it's got to be a big match. Okay, great. But then what are we doing with the regular shows? You're not putting these people on the regular shows either. So what the hell? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, we are putting them
That's
on
why
there,
I
but we're
said
seeing the
stop.
same thing on repeat. We're just seeing Groundhog Day because
Time start cutting.
yeah. And
Maxine Dupree.
Corey, I agree with you. Call the herd. Like,
Rhea
because
Ripley.
there's so many people we don't see anyway. Why are we paying for them? Maybe our ticket prices wouldn't be so high if we didn't have 50% of the roster sitting at home.
Oh, the TKO dude said we not even close to where the ticket price is going. He said we got room to go because UFC tickets are way higher.
But guess what?
Yeah,
if we
good
had
luck.
less people on the roster that we don't use, maybe we wouldn't need the ticket prices to be so high.
We're still going to get higher ticket prices.
And why did they? I don't know if y'all saw this, but why did they? Was it Escobar or whatever his name is that just left? Why they rush to re-sign this dude, but they let Cross leave?
But bigger than that, why did they let him go under his old contract? But I read it today. They gave him a substantially bigger contract. And here's the thing. And Travis, that's his guy. And so I'm going to let him cook in here a second. But I think the reason why they brought him back, Corey, is because they're building AAA. And he is big in AAA. So you've got Dom going over there. You've got El Grande Americanos doing it. Like, they're really building a brand, and you can see from their ratings and everything that's going on, that is a cash cow for TKO right now. Like,
absolutely.
So if they can sign him, because he was huge, the last 2 things they did for them, he could really build that brand big. So I think it was smart to bring him back. And I said that earlier for Chaz. I was like, I don't know why, but like thinking about that it's not just about Raw and SmackDown and NXT anymore. They're building AAA, and not including the fact that we haven't even touched that they could bring people back and start using them at TNA. We're doing that at NXT, but we've got some heavy hitters at TNA. Why not do it and make it a 5 brand thing, right? But Escobar's a great choice because he can really make a difference in relevance for AAA.
AAA will be huge. My bad, Trav, real quick. AAA will be huge because I use the same analogy with boxing. If you can build your Hispanic fan base,
yes,
the Hispanic fan base will pay to see what they want to see. So
we
if you
Latins
build that
love
up,
our boxing. We are
exactly. That's why I always say if you want to have a big
it.
fight, you get a Hispanic fighter with a big fan base, and you will break records.
Yep.
So AAA will be bigger than SmackDown soon.
Huge.
And it's accessible. It's on YouTube. Trav, were you going to say something?
I was going to say that's a really good point. Like, I didn't even think of that. Like, how long have WWE been looking for the next Rey Mysterio? Like, they've been looking for like their next big Latin star. Like, freaking Sin Cara did not work like they wanted it to. I mean,
no.
They tried. They tried hard too with every single one of the Sin Caras they tried with. But I like that. I like Santos. I didn't even think of Santos coming back because of the AAA stuff. That's true. Like, now it makes more sense why they would pay him more. They probably do want that. Like, I don't even know if they would put Santos back with what's their name, Garza and Angel.
Los Garzas.
Like I don't even know if they'll put him back with them. Like, because they've been on TV without him lately. So maybe they're just gonna
why
move
bother?
On. Like, why go back now? So maybe if you're gonna do this, you just easily insert Santos. And I can see Santos working back and forth. A little bit in AAA a couple of weeks, then he comes back to Raw or whatever, SmackDown, wherever he's going to be. I could see him go back and forth, but ultimately maybe it leads to a Dom versus Santos match if we
Yes.
can get Santos big like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, and,
'Cause you got-
and Santos is a total Casanova. Like there's nothing we Latin ladies love more than a full Casanova. He can work, he can do
Like me?
promos, and so his look is very, very like y'all. I'm just I'm just cutting it straight. So
No,
he just wants-
if we could talk about mommy and stuff, you can go ahead and talk about
well,
your
I'm just saying
Casanova.
from an appeal.
She gets 2
standpoint,
minutes.
He's
She
from
gets-
an appeal
that's it.
standpoint.
Starting now.
He gets it right.
Talk
So
about
it's
your
a great
Casanova.
choice. Like I couldn't understand it either. Why is he coming back to mainstream? But put him on AAA, put him on a belt, and he's going to cook.
Mhm.
Like that can be his niche. And
Yeah,
he-
Los
he
Garza's
just-
had those tag titles and they did pretty
Yeah.
well. They had some good matches over there too. So I mean,
I didn't think about it, but that was a good bargaining chip he had.
Yeah, it is.
That's true. Yeah.
He really does because he could become a major star on AAA that will still dabble in Raw. He can still come back and have relevance because he's been there, and he can bridge the gap with bringing more Latin consumers back to Raw and bring some American consumers or some English-speaking consumers to AAA. So
Yo,
it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Let his nickname or gimmick be Casanova. I kind of like that for him.
Casanova. Yeah, he's the Casanova. He can totally do it.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
The way she said it too, you heard that, right?
Casanova.
They need to hire me. I'm telling you. I saw
Las
that they
Latinas.
were reworking the SmackDown creative team. I'm like, sign us up. We got
Yeah.
it. We know what to do.
I mean,
It
but you
just-
got so many Latin stars that are starting to
Yeah.
go through on the male side. You know, Penta's huge. You know,
Oh yeah.
Dragon. You know, he's great. Dragon.
A bunch
Lee.
of Casanovas. A lot of them.
Yeah,
bunch of
bunch of
Casanovas.
Casanova. But on the female side, you know, you got. Oh, God.
Here we
Stephanie
go.
McGare.
You okay?
No,
But the thing
I'm all
is
right.
that
I'm
what
all
you
right. I'm
have
gonna
to
do okay.
have-
Lola
What you have
Vice
to
is
have for a male
it.
star in AAA is he has to have machismo.
Mm-hmm.
He has to, because that's what makes the difference. And Escobar carries that very well. So
Sure.
that's why bringing him back and adding to him is great.
And honestly, he probably took some of Andrade's money that they were going to pay him, and they just gave it to him. So like, here, double up. But I mean, you got
He's like
Damian
Triple
Priest that
Nine.
can go over there. Like Lola Vice, she's oof.
I'll tell you what. Us Latinos love Lola Vice.
Yes. Yeah, who doesn't love Lola Vice?
And I mean, there's
that's
no
my
more
Vice right there.
Latin than Ludwig Kaiser. I mean,
That's my boy. Haven't seen him in a minute though.
you know, we see him
Yeah.
all the time. He's just in his little mask.
No,
He's
that's
one of
not him.
12.
That
He's
is
one of
definitely
12
not him.
Grande
What are you
Americanos.
talking about? Ludwig's been
That's
gone,
not-
dude.
I know exactly.
The Grande Hermanico.
He's in Germany. That is not him.
Oh, Grande Americano's been wrestling since the 1960s. Okay, he's a legend.
Yeah, in black and
Ludwig's
white.
been on vacation with Gunther. We've seen him. We've seen him in the reels. We know that that's
Have you ever?
true.
I don't think so. There's a lot of Grande Americanos, and one of them is not Ludwig. We just
Not
know
Gunther
that for a
either,
fact. Yeah, we know that for a fact. So
Are we going
can you imagine if Gunther came out with the mask? That would be hilarious. Like, prove it. Oh, that would be hilarious. But I mean, listen, I'll go into this card real quick, and then we can call it, because I mean, I don't think anybody's really that into it. I mean, I'm kind of am, because it is what it is. I mean, I'd like to see mommy in Australia. You know, I think Bronson's he's from Australia, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Be nice.
New Zealand. He's from New Zealand, so adjacent.
It counts.
So,
It counts.
yeah,
It counts.
for sure. This
It
is
counts.
close to get to home.
It's right next door. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
AB, stop it. You know, but like for the most part, I mean, is anybody overwhelmed by this card?
No.
No.
I would be more excited if I didn't just see EO and Kyrie beat the hell out of each other on Monday, because that just ruined everything I wanted to happen.
That's a true
Right.
story.
That
I mean-
would have been perfect for Saturday.
That would have
mean,
been the perfect surprise.
It can still work. You can still get the EO heel turn. It could happen. The Kabuki Warriors. I just tried to fix the family, but that's slap. Don't you ever slap me like that, Lord.
That the way she dropped her on that apron. No, we can't be cool no more.
we can't be friends. Why
Yeah,
can't we be
nah.
friends?
You bet the
Let's
family
go.
about to beat down, the beat down kind of family.
But Ahsoka slapped the hell out of Kyrie, and then it's just like, you better not lose. Like,
AB, what you about to say?
Let's put it this way. I think we all feel the same way about this card, because we're talking about a tag match with some crazy Japanese girls. We're not talking about the rest of it.
No.
We're not talking about Seth and Cody that we've seen a few times already. We're not talking about Tiffy and Stephanie, which we should be talking about.
That was fumbled the whole way. That whole
100%.
It's been crap. It's been
No one is really overly excited about John Cena and AJ Styles because that was just kind of thrown together. There was no build to it. Roman and Bronson, yeah, that's kind of it. Like,
and we kind of saw that last year at War Games when he broke his ankle.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but you know, and I know this is the second PLE that's going to fall within this month for your subscription with ESPN. If they don't hit a home run with this, I don't see people. I think there's going to be more people dropping off.
And what's even worse, to your point, AB, and Travis said this, you know, it's a lull time, right? I need you guys to know, I think I put this in the chat. We have 7 weeks until the next PLE. So we're having 2 in a month and then 7 weeks between now and the next PLE.
Which is good because then you get time to build it.
But
well, if they build it right though, guys, right? Like Trav, like you got time to build a good War Game story. You don't have any idea what you're doing War Games on the women's side. You have no idea what we don't know where we're gonna go. Like we haven't maybe an idea, maybe you throw in the Kabuki Warriors Judgment Day or something. I don't know, but there's really there's no formula to what they can do on the women's side. The men's side, I think, you know, Corey, you hit on Vision versus Bloodline. Yeah, but you have time to build this. I think I want to tap. You know what? Honestly, I don't really care about Crown Jewel. I want to tap in on Jay and Jimmy because that can either blow up at War Games or that can start to blow up on Saturday. I mean, Trav, you kind of started it. You hinted at it. I'll throw it around the room. Like, where do we go? Like, I don't think they're going to turn Jay heel. I think they tried to tease it a little bit when his music hit and you were looking for him in the crowd. Like, where is he? Oh, he finally came out, right? Like, what happens if his music hits and he doesn't come through the crowd? That's a heel turn to me, right? That's him really starting to lean into it. I don't think they're going to turn him heel. But I think to your guys' point, I think you just put an edge on him. You know what I mean? Stone Cold was essentially a heel that everybody loved, but he didn't change his persona. He was still that same guy. So I mean, you know, I'll throw it around the room. What do they do with Jimmy and Jay? Who comes out? I think we talked about it last week. Jimmy can come out the better off it on the end of this if they do it right. What do you guys think?
I think originally I was thinking that one of them would turn here at Crown Jewel, but because the rumor is that the Bloodline's going to be in War Games, then maybe we're going to hold off. I just feel like if anyone, I don't think Jay's going to turn. I think it's going to be like we are saying. Like I think he's going to have, like I think he's going to just walk around and talk to Jimmy and Roman as if he's Roman Reigns. Like he's going to kind of big brother all of them, and they're going to eventually fight back. Be like, dude, like, you know, don't talk to me that way, that kind of thing. Like I don't think he's going to really be like a full-fledged heel. If anything, I think Jimmy, I don't even know if Jimmy's going to turn too, honestly, because everybody loves Naomi. When she comes back, she's going to get cheered. Like, it's going to be hard to, I don't know. People love Jimmy. I think Jimmy got bigger pops now because of Naomi getting pregnant. Like, it's weird
that's
to
exactly
say.
what we said last week, Travis.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I think if anyone's going to turn, it's going to be at a moment where it's like an ultimate, like, there's like a something at stake, like a big time thing. I don't know if it's a War Games win or like a Jay's in a title match and like Jimmy that costs him the title match. Something like that will happen. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
If they're going to turn him, they better do it now because I cannot do 7 weeks of this. Is he going to turn? Is he not going to turn?
I think you're going to get that. Dude.
Jay's in his, Jay's listening to Roman, baby Roman. He's not listening to him. I can't do this for 7 weeks.
I think you're going to get that.
So I'm glad Travis said what he said because I was thinking about this since watching Raw. I'm going to throw you guys down a completely different rabbit hole with this whole thing. When they were talking, Roman was talking and Heyman said, what would your father think? What would your grandfather think? The lineage here is with Bronson Reed. Okay. I think this Jimmy and Jay stuff is a distraction. I think in War Games, you're going to get Bronson flipping the script and coming back and actually being kind of like a plant to destroy this vision from the inside out. Heyman is a Samoan guy. He has relationships with Alpha and Sika. His relationship with Roman, I think that's going to continue with Bronson Reed. I think that's going to be the swerve here. I think Bronson's going to be the one to turn and implode Seth and the other Braun there, Breaker.
Braun.
You don't think Paul's going to end up with Breaker? You think he's going to end up with Reed?
I think he's going to end back with Bronson and with Roman.
Wow. See, I've got a different take. I feel like this feels like, so Jay, they wanted to get Jay over, and they did to a point, but he couldn't sustain it. Because what was missing from that is, to Corey's point, everything is missing if the tribal chief doesn't put his blessing on it. So if Jay gets too big for his britches, we get the build to what you're saying, Barry, you want for 7 weeks. But the reality is, if they build this enough, we could be building to a Jay Roman match, because Roman's got to put Jay in his place, because Jay's trying to get too big for his britches because he thinks he's the main event, which is bigger than tribal chief. And that's
you've seen that before, though.
But that's what this feels like to me. The other side I was thinking is that they may be looking at it as they got Jay over by the whole bloodline turning on Jay. They could turn on Jimmy now and try to get him built the way they did Jay. So maybe this is all a way of getting Jimmy elevated, because Jay got his chance. Now it's Jimmy's turn. But I feel like one way or another, somebody's got to turn, because if they don't, why are we going through cousin sibling rivalry? Like, what's the ultimate point? If nothing pays off and nobody turns, or we don't get a match out of it, then why are we doing it? There's no reason for it. You guys don't need to hear me fight with my sister and my cousins. So why are we seeing them fuss and bicker if there's no payoff? The payoff is perhaps a Roman Jay match, or they turn on Jay and we get a Jay Jimmy match, but different than before, because they're both in a different spot now.
Travis said something. First of all, I think it's great, because I feel like we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
And that's awesome.
It makes it exactly. I do think, and Travis said it earlier, he kind of hinted to it. I think Roman's setting Jay up. You want to be me. Yep. I'm gonna show you you're not me. You can't be me. And I think he's boosting him up so that he goes out there and he's beating up on CM Punk, and he's feuding with LA Knight, and he's trying to be the top dog, and he's gonna realize this ain't me. And I think Roman's gonna eventually put him in his place. Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna take a while, though. I don't think this cooks up by Mania, because we know where we're going for Mania. But I think you'll get about a year of Jay thinking he's Roman, and then we'll finally get the blow off. But hey, I could be wrong, because like I said, we
SummerSlam. SummerSlam.
But we have no idea, and that makes this storyline perfect. That's literally the only thing that's interesting right now.
Yeah, you know, with like what you're saying,
whatever Becky's doing.
Yeah. With what you're saying too, we've talked about how Roman only has like a few years left, maybe. I think we're just gonna see him continue being this Roman until he's done. Like I don't think he's changing at all. Like
as he should be.
Yeah, right. I agree. Like if he's gonna be doing this, if we go back, the ultimate plan here, and they've said it on WWE TV all the time, like this was part of their story, was Jay is the chosen one. Jay is the right. He's the right hand man right now. And then when Roman's ready to pass over the Ulafala, it's going to go to Jay. Yep. Jay will be the next tribal chief. So if we're going to build it that way, then Jay chasing this Ulafala and tribal chief status, this might be years in the making. Like even after now, this might be another 2 or 3 years down the road. And maybe when Roman's ready to retire for good, maybe that's when he has the ultimate match with Jay, hands over the Ulafala, says you're ready now, all that kind of stuff. And then Roman goes away.
I just thought about it. I just thought about it while Trav was talking. We always complain. Well, I always complain about how that World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary title. Mm-hmm. Roman's gonna have another run with a championship before it's over.
Absolutely.
You give him that run with that championship while Jay is off on the side thinking he's Roman. And like Travis just said, when Roman's ready to leave, you have Jay, who you've built up for a year or two now. You have Jay take it. It's the only thing that would make sense because, like you said, Jay is next in line. He's always been next in line. I always said the bloodline story was not Roman Reigns' story; it was Jay's story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would work. You got to let it cook though. Like Triple H and them can't rush it and just be like, oh, right after WrestleMania we're gonna go here. No, you got to let that cook for a year or two.
Well, not only do they need to let it cook, but and we kind of talked about this on the job training, right? All this work with Jay and Roman really is on the job training for Jay to get him higher skilled in his promo work, get him higher skilled in his engagement, get him higher skilled in his ring work. Because if he's doing all this with Roman, Roman's going to elevate him and also force him to elevate himself. Because what Roman's not going to do, because Rock's not going to do it because Rock was before him, they're not going to let him be the chosen one if they can't sustain it. Because the worst thing they could do for the bloodline is give it to somebody that can't sustain the bloodline.
Right.
So maybe the plan B, and you said this, AB, maybe the plan B is if Jay can't do it, we're elevating Bronson Reed to be an alternative. Because Jimmy can't.
That's what I was going to say. I know who can't do it. I know who can't do it.
Like, we're not even seeing Solo right now. We're seeing him clips, but like, I think we know at this point if Jay cannot sustain it, and maybe this is like an on-the-job interview to see if he can elevate himself better than he did when he had the belt. Because when he had the belt, people were shredding him. People don't shred Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I'm in the minority, but I feel like if you went back to the serious persona with a little bit of the comedy he's doing, I feel like Solo could run with it.
I think Solo's incredible.
I think Solo's the best one for the job if you take him back to what he was and let him implement small bits and pieces of that comedy.
But his daddy's not going to let that happen.
Nah.
Daddy is the decision maker in this bloodline. Daddy is the decision maker.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of ways that can go, and I agree with you guys. You just don't know which avenue they can go down, and that's what's making it interesting and giving it a little bit of pulse. But I think you got three guys that are really vying for Seth's belt, and the guy that we're not talking about is Roman. When does he want to say, "Hey, no, I'm going to get my belt"? Because
Mania.
Each guy is compelling. Jay had the belt, lost it. CM Punk had it for 5 minutes for a cup of coffee, and then burn it down. That's a meme in itself. Sure. And then you got LA Knight, who's been chasing the brass ring for a while, and looking like he's getting close. And here we are. So it'll be interesting to see.
I do have a question though.
Yeah, cool. I was just gonna say he shouldn't have the belt right now because right now he's mending the bloodline. Right now he's mending and fixing the bloodline storyline because for a while, y'all, we were done with it. So they had to bring Roman in to fix the storyline, so we're invested again. Because for a while we weren't. Now we're compelled to start jumping in again, and then he can eventually go back to a belt. But right now he needed to fix the storyline for the bloodline.
I was thinking about this when you brought up Seth and the belt. Paul said something on Monday. He said, if you lose to Cody Rhodes, I got to start thinking, why did I choose you over Roman? Mm-hmm. Before he said that, I didn't think there was any way Seth could lose this match. But do y'all think that Seth's going to put Cody over again?
Absolutely not. Cody's putting him over.
I would hope so with that. But Paul don't say stuff for no reason. When Paul Heyman speaks, I listen.
Yeah, because when he said it,
it's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. So I don't.
Honestly, it's time for Cody to take some time off anyway.
He's not going to take time off, but it's time for Cody to. He won it last year. What does he need the crown jewel again for? What is it? Yeah. What does it prove? We know he's QB1.
It's less about him and it's more about Seth.
It really is Seth's storyline right now.
It's a better storyline for Seth than it is for Cody.
Yeah, Cody. This nothing about this match matters to Cody because he's beat him 3 times already.
Yeah,
exactly.
So what's a fourth? But if you lose again, now you got doubt. Hey, I can never beat this dude.
Yep.
And one thing they got to start doing, and y'all were talking about how we got 7 weeks to build the Survivor Series. Forget that. We need to start planting the seeds for Mania because this year's Mania or next year's Mania is really, it has to be huge because the next one is not going to be huge because they want to bring the retirement home. back. So they have to knock it out of the park this year. And I think you have to start building that now.
Well, next year's going to be tables, ladders, and potty chairs match. It's all right.
Exactly.
Okay, but here's the difference. And I will say, in terms of WrestleMania 43, it's still going to be a 2-day event. And like 4 of the matches are going to be the geriatric matches.
And you're still going to watch.
We're still going to watch. And I think because of the Prince, they're going to put in some big things. They're going to give more leeway than they give now. And I think that'll be the difference, is because we are so hating the idea of it that's where TKO will say, pull out all the stops. Whatever you need to do to make this the biggest Mania we've ever had, because they have to sell it, Corey. They have to sell it. And if they don't, we're already mad anyway. So they will literally make it the biggest WrestleMania we've ever had.
But they're failing at selling it here. That's why the ratings are going down.
But they don't
people are already mad. So we saying everybody's gonna watch it. That ain't true. People are already dipping out on the product, and we're seeing that.
But where they're losing money here, if you look at their international ratings, they're growing exponentially. Like the US is mad, but we're going to become a little fish in a big pond, because they're investing overseas, and they're going to start. It's like Taylor Swift. She made the bulk of her money in her overseas travel, because people do what we don't do here in the US. They will travel. They have a passport and they will go. We don't. They will.
If they have Mania in Saudi, and they look and everywhere around the world they did good, and they look home and they see that the US really didn't mess with it, they can say it was a success. But in them boardrooms, they're not going to feel that way. If you can't take care of home, if you can't sell it at home, it's going to hurt you. It might not hurt your pockets, but it's going to hurt you.
Okay, but if it doesn't hurt their pockets, they don't care. They've already
shown. TKO don't care. But Triple H and the guys that really care about this business, it's going to hurt them. And they're going to start having to fight to get what they want to do back on TV, because they're hurting. That's why the product is so bad. I mean, that's why we're seeing the numbers go down, because the product is getting worse and everybody's irritated with what they're doing.
But if you look at all the comments across the world, the only people mad right now are the U.S. client, the U.S. customer. Internationally, people are like, what are you complaining about? They're like, this is great. They're like, we love it. If you follow Netflix UK, they love it.
It's more accessible to them now.
Yes.
So it's different for them now.
I think that we are the priority to a point, but they're building this brand so globally that, they're making their bank either way.
Everybody's trying to do that. Football is trying to do that.
Yes.
Basketball, everybody's trying to grow the brand. So we'll see.
If the NFL went overseas and they started to do great, and then at home it was like, oh, nobody really cares no more. That would affect business, because you're not going to take the WWE and do everything overseas. So if it hurts you at home, you're not gonna have these wrestlers overseas every week, because that's where the money is. They're not going to do it.
Well, I said this before. Here's the difference, Corey. They're pricing us out of PLEs. So what we're going to be happy with in the U.S. is going to SmackDowns and Raws and NXT. So we'll have a couple PLEs, but we can't afford them anyway. So if they're going to price us out of it where we can't afford a PLE, then they're going to take them overseas, because the overseas client will pay what we won't pay. So we're happy with seeing every Monday and Friday. Then they start selling out more Raws and SmackDowns, because we don't pay for the PLEs, and it's still a win-win for them, because they sell these huge weekend events, because they do sell like in Perth, they're going to have a SmackDown, they're going to have their PLE, they're going to have a Raw. They have all of these events, right? So they're paying money for this entire event, and it's like bukus of money. I think they said like $2 billion goes into the local commerce when they go overseas. It's like 2 or 3 billion. Like, it was an insane amount of money. So we can't afford it here, because they can't sell them out because they're increasing the prices. We're happy with a SmackDown and a Raw, which means we're buying more SmackDown and Raw tickets. Mm-hmm. And then they're selling international PLEs. How is that a loss for them?
It's not.
because then we're still paying the subscription. As Travis said, we're going to be willing to pay for the PLE because we're not going anyway. I can complain about paying $30 a month, but I'm not mad because I can't afford $25,000 to take my whole family.
Right.
So what's more important, 25,000 or $30? I'm going to pay $30. So it becomes a win.
Well, I ain't paying the $5. I ain't paying the $5.
I mean, that's the thing is strategically, financially, the long play is that, because then they win the platform.
They're gonna get their money either way. We're gonna pay for it. We complain. Yep. We're gonna pay for it, and they're gonna get their money from us here in the States or internationally.
Yep.
And they'll just figure it out. They always do. And there's a lot of money overseas that they haven't tapped into. You got your first, WrestleMania in Saudi, and won't be the last. We said, France or England or whatever will get a WrestleMania. They'll make their money.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
That's all I got. I'm depressed. My Yankees are about to blow this series. Travis is really happy about it, I'm sure. I'm surprised that a Red Sox hat hasn't popped into the frame yet. But
listen, I know the pain. I'm not going to do it to you. All I'm going to say is start spreading the news.
Oh God, I hate you right now. But listen, I appreciate you, Travis, for coming into the show. You're a great friend to the program, not to me. I don't really like you that much because you like the Red Sox, but I'm kidding. But give us a plug in the close. We appreciate you coming through Wicked Bitter.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate coming on, man. I love this. This is like what I look forward to often when you guys do these shows every week. It's Wicked Bitter everywhere, every platform. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook's actually picking up a little bit now, Twitter too. So I got my predictions dropping tomorrow on YouTube if anybody wants to check that out. And also really quick, you guys made me think about this when you were talking about the Roman thing, not to make it into another whole discussion, but like, wouldn't it be crazy like if Roman was actually setting up Jay to win the World Heavyweight Championship, just for Roman to just turn around and be like, all right, now you got to defend it against me. Like, I think that would be pretty wild. Like, that would be a kind of a cool turn where it's like, yeah, go get your title. You got to go do this. If you want to be the chief, go get it. And then Jay gets it. And then Jay's like, all right, I won it. He wants to go celebrate. And Roman just be like, nah, now I'm next in line for it. And you're like, damn, like that'd be kind of a cool story. That's all I got.
Yeah. Fire.
Yeah.
Just don't Hogan and Nash it.
Finger poke of doom. But yeah, thank you. Follow Wicked Bitter everywhere you see him. Thanks, bro. We appreciate it. Corey, my man, thank you so much. We love having you on here. Give us a plug and a shout and get us out of here.
Hey, Wednesday night, y'all, every week. Follow us. See the show, like the show, share the show. If you see us and you know us and you want to support us, follow the pages. That's it.
That's it. Thank you, Corey. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I love it. I love having Corey on the show. AB, man, it's good to see you. Good to hear your voice, man. Give us a plug in the close. Get us out of here.
Yes, guys. Thank you. Feeling much better. I'm glad to be back with you guys as always. Check us out over also at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast, NDT Podcast. We're on Facebook and YouTube. I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, AB. The Queen, you know what to do, Queen. My Latina mommy.
It's just you and me. It's just you and me.
The way God intended it.
That's right. Love some NDT. I have to tell you, I'm just going to give them an extra plug. Gosh, I've had so much fun. They have had they had a podcast last week that we just did crazy, like Would You Rathers was so much fun. And then we had a conspiracy theories podcast, and I was rabbit holing for sure. So another great night. We cooked. It was great. Lots of great talk. Always love it on Wednesday nights. We're here again next week. I won't be here because I'll be on vacation. So my guys are going to cook without me, but I'll be in the chat for sure, in the comments. Excited again. You love us, follow us. We're on all social platforms and share our stuff because it's just getting better every day. Love you, fam.
Awesome. Thank you, Queen. You know what we do, man. Listen, we're everywhere. The executives do. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We have our live shows on YouTube. We stream on YouTube all the time. You can follow us there. It's on the next day on Spotify. There's no reason not to find us, not to follow us. Give us a follow. Give us a shout. Give us a comment. Give us a plug. We love doing this stuff. Listen. We are back at it Tuesday with the Total Sports. We'll have the Wednesday show, obviously, next week. We got different shows throughout the week. The Steelers show. It's basketball season, so you know what that means. Knicks time. We know if you can see the Knicks hat in the background, we'll be talking orange and blue skies. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. So listen, you know how to find us. Find us, man. We're out there. Until next time.